masitokoze ngoba mina nawe siqedi minyaka. Dumelang Boma 7. This week I am in the Honda Brr. I'm joking. It's called the BRV, and we are going to chat about. So before we continue, I wanted to let you guys know about the cars.coza app and website. So it's available. The app is available on Android and on Apple. So I've put the links below to where to download it. So if you're looking for a new BRV, an old BRV, a pre-loved BRV, you know, go onto the website, go onto the app. Don't forget to also check out all the new reviews and all the latest information on all the manufacturers. So yeah, what are you waiting for, guys? Go get the cars.coza app and tell them that River sent you. First things first, can I say how much I've missed you guys? Oh my gosh, I've been so busy. I've neglected you the way a girl neglects her friends when she gets into a new relationship. But I'm back, Boma 7. I'm back with a bang. And yeah, let's get started with the exterior of the BRV. So when the BRV was unveiled, I think it was about 2 years ago, 2022, somewhere there, I genuinely thought that it looked like a Mercedes-Benz GLB. I won't even lie to you guys. I saw a GLB. I thought this car looks like one. I mean, that boxy shape, the tail lights reminded me of the GLB, the front also. So I was like, hey man, this is just umgunyati, yeah, GLB, you understand? But I mean, now I got acquainted with it 2 years later after its launch. And I think it's quite a cute car, man. You have these large LED headlamps with daytime running lights. The fogs also, it gives it a very robust and very strong presence. I really love this grey color it's finished in. I think it looks really, 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 really cool. This is the elegance trim, so this is the top spec. I think the rims are also very nice. The wheels, the way it sits. It's actually a quite cool looking, peculiar but cool, weird looking car, you know. You have these chrome door handles. The only reason I don't like chrome door handles sometimes is because the fingerprint. So but yeah, and you have keyless entry, you know, folding side mirrors. You have a blind spot monitor and a blind spot camera on your left hand side. So it's like on the exterior there's not much to really talk about and not much to write home about. There's a BRV badge on the boot. The boot is not electric, but I think it's a Honda, man. Kimuri Honda. Moving on to the interior, it's similar to the exterior. It's not much. There's not much to write home about. Like Kimuri Honda, guys, it's a Honda. You know, Hondas are just known for being robust, and I think that design culture or that feeling just translates into the interior. The interior feels very well put together with the artificial leather on the seats, the leather wrapped steering wheel, which is multifunction and feels very good to touch. The 8-inch infotainment system screen, which has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity. You also have your analog cluster, which is actually quite nice and refreshing to look at and very informative, because we are so inundated with like all these fancy tech, guys, like the UHD, AMOLED, OLED, 4K, yeah, 600 megapixel, swipe to what, this tech that is just so crazy. So getting into a car like this is actually very refreshing. So I do enjoy the interior, all the seat. It just feels very comfortable also. I mean, in terms of the seat sitting in it, you know, you have 2 USB ports up front. You have your power outlet, your 12V power outlets, cup holders. You have quite decent door bins. You do have this gear lever, which is very fighter jet, very robust, very old school kind of gear lever, and obviously your conventional handbrake. You have this armrest that I love armrest, guys. I'm a huge fan of armrest, which doubles up as storage. You have ample storage space, and it feels like a very spacious and roomy interior. I do like the fact that they added a black roof lining, as this is the top spec elegance trim, so it gives it a bit of a more premium feel. And I think that's very commendable from Honda. So in terms of the interior, there's not much to write home about. We'll maybe get into it a bit more in the verdict. So let's move more onto the drive. So what is powering the Honda BRV? So the BRV is powered by a 1.5 liter naturally aspirated engine that produces 89 kilowatts and 145 newton meters of torque, mated to a CVT, so a continuous variable transmission. I think this pairing is also found in the HRV and in the Honda Amaze. And yeah, the power figures are quite minuscule, and we'll get into all of that in the drive. But one thing that I can tell you right now is the fact that this thing just sounds strange. When you put your foot down, listen. It sounds a bit strange, but we'll get into the drive a bit more. It's not too bad, but it's annoying. It's an earful. It's a bit frustrating to hear. The claimed fuel consumption is 6.3 liters, and I'm currently doing 7.6, so it is a bit heavy on fuel, but we'll get on into all of that a bit later. But in terms of the drive, Honda dilodze, Honda my baby, warasa dog, like umbangela umsindo, like uyenza umsindo, like umlindo. I'm joking, but uyenza umsindo dog. Let's get into the verdict. What does River think of the Honda BRV? I think the Honda BRV is a nice car. Honda has a rep for being very reliable and very durable, and I can feel it, and you get that sense of it, right? In terms of like how I feel about the overall product, I think it looks cool. The design culture of Honda is it's a bit safe sometimes, but some of their cars are a bit crazy. Some of their cars look a bit more different, but they have a very more family-friendly kind of design culture, and something that's actually a bit more secluded from other manufacturers. So I really do enjoy, how they design their vehicles. It's actually quite cute, and you can pick up a Honda from a mile away. Secondly, what I do like also is the fact that it's so simply laid out on the interior. I really like it's so refreshing. Like I said earlier, it's refreshing to get into an interior like this, that's spacious, and especially in the front, it's very spacious and very nice to be in. Thirdly, I think that unfortunately, yours core again. Unfortunately, one thing that's letting it down is the fact that when all the seats are up, you have a very compromised boot space. So if this car is targeted at families and it's at full capacity, it's going to be a bit tricky filling up all your stuff with the kids included, or if you guys going on a road trip, adults pack like crazy. Like, it's going to be crazy because the boot space is quite compromised when all the seats are up. So if you like have 5 occupants and you fold the seats down, maybe you'll fare a bit better. Another thing is that the boot is quite heavy and it's not electric. That would have been a really nice touch from Honda, but they didn't add that. So yeah, but I think as a car, it's quite cute. It's quite nice and whatever. So I think, yeah, the Honda is okay. In terms of the drive, right? It's not actually it's frustrating to hear, but it's not a very agitating drive. Like, the gear changes it tries so hard. And it really there's a lot of effort that it's really trying to move, but it just sounds so strained. It sounds like it's going through a lot, like, and it gets jarring. Imagine on long distance, utlafela pay for utlafela tsila, like, it would get very, very agitated, right? But it's quite cool. Fuel consumption could be a little bit better. I mean, when I got this car on a full tank. It was 453 kilometers on a full tank. I think I've done less than 100 Ks. I think more or less 100 Ks. I'm 3 bars down and I'm averaging 7.7 liters per 100 kilometers. That is a bit heavy for 1.5, but I think that's quite expected from things that are mated to CVTs. I think, like, sometimes these cars, they do chow a bit of fuel. But I think ultimately my full verdict on the Honda BRV, it's a great family car. I think it will work very much for families. I wouldn't really market it to e-hailing services like Uber and Bolt, because I feel like this is more family oriented. E-hailing is best for the Suzuki Ertiga or Renault Triber. So I think it works there. Like, those are for e-hailing. This is more family oriented. Yes, you obviously can put it in there, but I think if you want something for e-hailing from Honda, the Honda Amaze is your guy. It's also a small little SUVs, like not SUV, small little sedan. I think it's like the Suzuki Desire. So I'd put it at that. And I think pricing for this car is actually quite okay. The top spec will set you back 479,900, and I think that is fine, guys, considering what you're getting. You're getting quite a lot of car for your money. A nice touch that I think that they've added is the fact that this has lane keep assist. You have your cruise control. You have a safety feature where it tells you that the car in front has left. The fogs even pop up when there's smoke. It shocked me so much at night. Like, my vision was impaired, and then the fog said, "My sister, I am here to save you." They're fighter. Those fogs just went brighter, like they were brighter than my future. You understand? So that was actually quite cool. That was actually quite crazy to see. Like, I was just like, wow, that was actually quite nice. So yeah, I think that the Honda BRV is a nice car, and I think it's really, it's a nice thing to have. Another thing that I'm actually disappointed in is the fact that this infotainment system screen is this size. And the reason why it's this size, it also bores me because when the sun is shining bright, it hits this piano black and then you can't see anything. Like, you literally can't see anything. And it's not the tech. Like, it just, yafatla. What is tufatla in English? It blinds you in a way. So, hey, some small little design hiccups, if I can call it that. Some small little design hiccups, but I think ultimately it's a commendable job, man. Like, it has really, really cool features. You know, your windows are electric for the front and the rear, you know, like central locking, all those things, a bit of nice leather touches, finishes here. So great job, Honda. Like, good effort. And that is it from me, Boma Server. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Please do let me know what you guys would get for 479,000 Rand. Are you getting this? Are you getting the Ertiga? Are you getting the Renault Triber? You know, and what would you use this for? Are you using this for family? Are you using it for e-hailing services? You know, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, guys. I love you. I've missed you. See you in the next. I'm just yabbling. I'm just going on and on and on, and I don't know why I'm going on, guys. Bye bye, guys.